Somebody doesn't have to worry about government cheese. It's Batman, though, everybody. And Batman's got more spin-offs coming because there's a new spin-off idea about Harvey Dent coming to Max. That's right, based off the Pattinson world. Can we talk about that in Comic Corner? Yeah, right?
Checks my purse.
So if you've gotten who's been watching for a while, we've been talking about all the Pattinson stuff, of course. We just talked about Pattinson a second ago, but Pattinson had this one spin-off from the first one with the Penguin. That's coming out like right away. Next week it's coming out with Colin Farrell's character Penguin branching off over to Max. And they're rebranding it HBO and all that. They were supposed to do Gotham PD series. They were supposed to do Arkham Asylum. And these have fallen through the cracks. But we announced one about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. They had one more. They weren't talking about what it was going to be, but the idea was we're still going to bring something to Max along with, in this whole universe. Well, now, we found out today that the showrunner who's doing the Penguin sat down for an interview talking about what's coming next. So producer and showrunner Dylan Clark was talking about this, asked about what's coming next. And then they was asked, hey, is it going to be about Harvey Dent? Because there's a rumor going around right now that the Batman 2 is going to cover a big part of the establishing of Harvey Dent and then cover the actual holiday killer, which I think would be freaking, it's called The Long Halloween. I would think it'd be awesome to cover that area. It's a killer that murders people on different holidays, leaves back a bunch of little trinkets along with it every time. And it's like they're murdering people on Halloween, Christmas, New Year's Eve, Thanksgiving. They're leaving like turkey legs and like little nipples from their nipples of baby bottles. They're leaving those behind. Hey, it's the weirdest thing. But hey, leave the little nipples alone, okay? Now. Leave them alone, okay? Untraceable. I'll give you what they actually. Untraceable pistols, a nipple from a baby bottle, a crude silencer, and then of course a holiday trinket. It could be a jack-o'-lantern if it's Halloween, a Christmas tree, a miniature one, or a decal if it's that, and they're murdering the people and leaving this. So that's what they're saying is the idea. So when asked upon that, the showrunner Dylan came forward and was like, is it going to be Harvey Dent? Is that what we're going to do if we're establishing Harvey Dent? If it's going to be the long Halloween, is that what it's going to be? And he said, that's what we've been thinking about, trying to find our way in that conversation to make this happen. So they haven't officially announced it, but they kind of got it on them, kind of slipped. And it sounds like they're going to establish Harvey Dent in the Batman 2, and then you're going to get his turn into Two-Face in a very procedural cop drama on Max, on HBO, about the telling of Harvey Dent and see him as being a DA, moving up and getting all the acid, all that shit, and becoming the corrupt villain that they were planning on from the get-go. I love this idea, everybody. I gotta say, I love this idea. I hope this is gonna come down in fruition because what they're doing with the Penguin right now is awesome. You kind of have the character in the movie, but then you get a deep dive into these villains. Do every villain this way. If this was gonna be James Gunn's Batman, though, this would be fucking phenomenal. But it's not. So it's weird. This is not going to all tie into the big DC universe. I love the idea, but at the end of the day, it's not going to affect the movies. Only going to affect the TV universe. But it might be a fun way of establishing villain series and seeing these characters thrive and drive, kind of like they tried in Gotham. But Gotham was CW based almost. Gotham. I watched Gotham. I'm not gonna hate on Gotham, but Gotham could have been a lot better, guys. Come on, Jerome as the Joker. Come on, my Kmart version of the Joker. I want Joker. I want Joker. Not to knock on Kmart either, but it's gone, guys. But yeah, this idea is
Penguin was good in Gotham, though.
Is Kmart even around anymore?
Is who even around?
Is what?
Is who around?
Oh, you said Kmart. I was like, is that even around anymore?
No, it's gone. It's gone. Sorry, Kmart. But I think this is a great idea.
Kmart? Okay.
I did. I'm sorry, Kmart. Okay, I'll give Kmart a round of applause. Low prices until you went out of business. Good Kmart. Good Kmart. Big K. But I think this is a great idea. I think you get a lot of time to develop these characters, especially villains. Mike, I know you're super excited about this. How do you feel? Is this the route they should go? Do you want to see Harvey Dent, Harvey on Max?
Penguin isn't even out yet, man.
I know.
We haven't even had a chance to see the response to this, and already they're greenlighting a Harvey Dent series. They're writing it. Penguin. That means they think that Penguin has legs or has fins. I don't know how you would say that.
It has a dorsal fin.
It has
Penguins do in fact have legs.
Yes. It depends on if they're on an iceberg or in the sea, of course.
Would they go big, Mike? Would they get like some like Jake Gyllenhaal maybe as Harvey Dent, or you think they would get somebody like?
They'd have to. You got to go with a big
Idris
name.
Elba.
I brought up Idris Elba. He'd do it, but he can do anything. I brought up the list of everybody that's played Harvey Dent, and it's a who's who of Hollywood, my man. Aaron Eckhart, Tommy Lee Jones.
I like Aaron Eckhart. I like Aaron Eckhart. He was good.
Diedrich Bader, Neil Patrick Harris, William Shatner, Andy Daly, like all kinds of greats.
Neil Patrick Harris, really?
Yeah, that was in an episode of Robot Chicken.
You can't use Robot Chicken.
Wait, okay, Aaron Eckhart or
Tommy Lee Jones?
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Or Jake Gyllenhaal? Who's a better Harvey Dent? What's your question?
Harvey.
I mean, who would you want to see? Aaron Eckhart or Jake
we saw
Gyllenhaal?
Aaron Eckhart, right?
Yeah. I think Jake Gyllenhaal. I would love to see Jake Gyllenhaal.
Is honestly, that's good casting, I think, Brian.
I think it'd be awesome. He's blowing up on Presumed Innocent. People are loving him on TV. He's doing TV stuff. Like, why not? I get what you're saying, Angela. Aaron Eckhart was a freaking great. He's a great Two-Face, but unfortunately, it's like with this universe, they're kind of leaving that behind. It seems like, and I also like, I love the whole Christian Bale universe too. I thought it was great. Like I worked on The Dark Knight Rises too, so it's kind of like true to my heart a little bit, So I always hold true to that.
Yeah.
Hey, how about
let's
Tom
not
Hanks?
move on yet.
What about Tom Cruise? Tom Cruise.
Now y'all moving on. Hold on. Brian, you said you worked on Dark Knight Rises. Can you please tell us more about that?
I worked for Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I was Joseph Gordon-Levitt's double and his stand-in on there. So I worked 3 months on that. There's a lot of cool moments. I think the favorite moment, I'll have said in the show before, but one of the best moments ever, like Joe's in like a tunnel and there's like cops supposed to be busting out and he's trying to free them.
Hold on,
and it's dark.
Time out. Y'all, he called him Joe. That tells you where he is. Take a deep breath, Brian. Tell us.
I worked with Joe multiple times. He's a great guy. But I'm like working for him. It's dark tunnel. It's just me, and all of a sudden I look around the corner. Here comes Christian Bale walking around the corner, cape flying in the air, and he's like walking straight towards me in this dark tunnel. Nobody else around, and I'm like in my head, I'm going dun 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 dun. And then like I must have had the biggest fucking grin on my face because he got me. He goes, "Pretty cool, huh, kid?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, fuck yeah!" But Harvey Dent, everybody.
Your inner monologue was the hum version of the song. It wasn't, wow, this is so cool. Maybe I can take a picture. It's just. It's the fan version. And isn't that the coolest thing when you're an actor and a talent and you get to work on a project that is something you've loved for a long time?
Yeah, it's amazing.
Right? You're never the guy that's like, oh, let's take a selfie. You're always the guy that's like, this is so surreal. Like, I feel like I'm in the show. And the theme song and all of that, right?
Yeah, it was amazing. Great experience. Christopher Nolan, great director, awesome man. The whole team was fucking phenomenal. Wally Pfister was a great DP when they had him. He was awesome.
Tell us one more story from that shoot. One more story where you
do it at the end of the show. How about that?
Interaction with, as you call him, like, Joe, Big J.
Did you call him?
I just worked
in Big J.
I don't call him Big J. No, I don't call him Big J.
He does it night right before REM sleep.
I love JGL would like that, everybody. I don't know. Maybe you would.
I think, I'm going to chime in here. Like, obviously the goal is to try and get some of these folks on here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the goal. That's the goal. Try to reach out to them and bring them on for everybody to actually hang out and get to meet them and ask questions and, and be part of the show and do hot takes. Did
Joseph Gordon-Levitt treat you?
I wonder if they do better than us.
Was he respectful to you?
He was super. Brian? He's a fucking nice guy. He's the nicest guy in the world. He was fucking so great to me. Yeah. And I just saw him like a year ago, 6 months ago. I was working on that Uber TV show I worked for him. He gave me a big hug. He was excited. Like, I haven't seen you in since. Like, and then, it was like, I think it was Dark Knight because we worked on Inception and Dark Knight Rises. So Yeah.
Okay.
What
Cool.
Uber
Yeah.
TV show?
Yeah.
I know.
What Uber TV show?
What was it called? It was on Max.
I don't
It was
know.
an Uber
I
TV show.
wasn't
I can't remember the
going.
name of it. Yeah. I don't know.
He's like, oh,
But-
you know,
So,
that
Jonathan,
show I was on. I
about
don't
Harvey
remember the
Dent.
name of it.
Maybe.
About Harvey Dent, Jonathan, do you think that that you have a casting for this? Is this a good idea for the Bat universe, the Battinson universe, to bring Harvey Dent to the big screen, or to the small screen, I should say?
So here's the thing. God, it's so cool that you asked me that. I love Two-Face. Two-Face is probably my favorite Batman villain because I love that he's just as bad as he is good. It's just that the bad gets you into trouble and therefore gets you more recognition than the good. So as many people as he's killed and whatever, he's also let go or turned the other cheek or what
Gotham's
have you, right?
White Knight.
That's sure. Yes. But my thing is this: how is, and y'all, I'm gonna nerd out for a second. How is Batman? I heard that groan, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful. How is Batman any different in terms of his values? Right? How is Batman any different than Two-Face? Is it the right, moral, friendly, fun, fuzzy way of doing it? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. There's a dark side and there's a light side. And that shows us in that series that maybe it's not as blended as we all think it might be. Maybe there is a clear line, because every superhero comic is like, maybe we're not all good or not all bad, but Batman and Two-Face draws the line, which makes Batman have to make a more important and significant decision about his next steps. That's one of the reasons why I love Two-Face. But I think that if we're going to create multiple versions of these heroes and or villains, then we have to be willing to evolve as an audience, just as the heroes and or villains are evolving in their roles. Did you see the latest Batman cartoon, which my old scene partner from college, played Montoya, Crystal Brown. Maybe she put a middle name in there or something, whatever. She did some Broadway roles. She was essentially a big theater star, and then she jumped into animation. And that's why I watched it, because I'm like, oh my God, we were scene partners. Let me go watch this new Batman cartoon. And it was wonderful.
It's amazing.
Then I thought to myself, well, wait a minute. The Penguin now is a woman.
Yeah, she was only in one episode, wasn't she? Which is crazy. I think they had her more.
Brian, she's in multiple episodes.
Oh,
6 episodes.
The point is, it doesn't ruin anything. It adjusts things, but change is not always ruin. And I think that is a lesson we could all stand to, if not live by, then at least accept a piece of. That's all I got to say. So far, I love what DC is doing. Keep doing it.
I love it too. It's smart. It's smart. And this is a good idea. And what Matt Reeves has been doing is a lot of fun. Now, the Batman movie was a little long. It was a little long, I would say, but the characters were driven. They were grounded. It's going back to the Nolan kind of universe after Zack Snyder. The casting's interesting too. Like Angela was saying, probably some more realistic character will become in, an actor, I should say. So Angela, after this conversation this whole time, who do you got? Who do you think? Is it going to be, you think they go back to Aaron Eckhart? Is there any world that you think that he could actually be Harvey Dent again? Or do you think that someone like a Jake Gyllenhaal, or maybe a completely different casting?
Well, I mean, it's kind of like we're, I guess, could I see Aaron Eckhart? 100%. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, he's so good.
He's really good. And he has that like business lawyer vibe. He just kind of fits that mold. He fits the mold really well out of all the actors I've seen play Two-Face. I mean, I just think he was really, really great. Obviously, like, I think Tommy Lee Jones played, wasn't it? Back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was Tommy Lee Jones. I love Tommy Lee Jones.
I know, Tommy Jones is great. He's a
it was so wacky.
He did not give a shit
but he
about
doesn't have that like lawyer scene. What?
Look at how wacky he was.
Yeah, well, I know, and that one's not. I don't think that's. I mean,
Schumacher.
My perspective, yeah, Schumacher.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. From my perspective, I just think like Aaron Eckhart would be great. I mean, Jake Gyllenhaal. Like, just it has to be someone who can portray that like demure, guy, that like lawyer-esque, kind of has that lawyer-esque vibe, like handsome yet could be like looks like a total freak with like their face half missing. So I don't know. He just I think is like one of the best ones I've seen. I would like to maybe see him again. I think if we wanted to go with more of more youthful,
Don't say Chalamet. Don't say Chalamet. Don't do it.
I wasn't even like he's like a baby. I'm not even. No, not him.
Chalamet would be.
He's got enough plated. He's got enough on his plate. Gosh, who could I see? I mean,
Johnny Depp
obviously is great. Johnny
Depp. Throw Johnny Depp. Let's do like a Tim Burton type deal. Have Tim Burton direct it. Have Johnny Depp play him.
Gosh. Yeah, right. That would be interesting. Maybe Amber Heard could be in there as
Oh my God.
Amber Turd will not be there. Sorry.
The comedy of adding Amber Heard into a Johnny Depp movie, like that, it's solid. It's there. We'll work out the jokes later. But
solid gold.
But the fact, like Johnny Depp playing Two-Face and watching him not just switch, because here's the thing, like,
wouldn't have to. It's just who he is.
When you own what's that?
I said that's just who he is. He wouldn't even have to switch. He wouldn't have to go into like method acting. He would just be. It's just Johnny. Hey, it's Johnny with alcohol and without.
And here's the thing. That's fun, right? But here's the thing. That's fun. But that's fun. But when an actor is actually doing the work, okay? Yeah. It's not about state A and state B that makes you a great actor. This is just my opinion. I could be and probably am wrong. I'm just setting myself for the framing. Okay. So Brian, keep it still, and I'll keep it still, and we'll match it up. Okay. My thing is this: what I think makes great acting, and what I tell my students at the schools, that I own and run, is it's not A, character and situation, moment, beat, whatever, or B. It's the transition from A to B. That's what we as an audience love to see. That's where we feel like we got that inside take, right? Johnny Depp is great at that. So imagine, I mean, Brian, I think you need to put yourself back. I think you need to put yourself back on the screen here. Brian, I think you hit the nail on the head. Johnny Depp would be the best Two-Face Harvey Dent ever, because we would get to see the transition, and we might even be able to stretch it out because Johnny Depp's expensive, from Harvey Dent into Two-Face, then back and maybe back again, depending on the coin flip. That is a performance worth the price tag. I would love to see someone like Johnny Depp tackle one of the most complex and conflicted Batman villains of all time. The Joker ain't conflicted. The Joker, he's
just madman.
He loves destruction, but Batman is what allows him to do that. As long as there's a Batman, then Joker knows that he gets to be the bad guy. When there's no Batman, then Joker's just the guy, right? The Penguin is more involved in money, and Batman's trying to stop him. But with
I'll take you down.
With Two-Face, is this right or wrong? I don't know. Let me flip.
It's the inner struggle.
I would love to see an actor like Johnny Depp play that. And Brian, you brought that up. That would be magnificent. And I would say it would rival, maybe not, I don't want to use the word Trump. It maybe not overshadow You know what I'm trying to say? Beat.
Yeah, Colin Farrell.
Beat. No. I'm saying maybe it would, you know what? Let's throw a bunch of names. What I was going to say is it might not beat any other villain's portrayal or any other Johnny Depp portrayal, such as Jack Sparrow. But I think it would be a magnificent, detailed, complex, challenging performance that anybody who's a true fan of that series, that comic, and that character, I would go see that in the movie theater. Maybe.
Yeah, but they'd have to add him to this movie, which they would. They'd add him to the Batman and have him go over there. It kind of looks like we're in the same thing as Two-Face right here for a second. Is it just me? A little bit? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
What? No.
On this picture?
They don't have to add him to anything. What are you talking about? I'm just saying Johnny Depp would be an amazing
he'd be great.
The best Two-Face. The best.
We'll see.
Oh, I see.
I think he'd be great.
Because we would see that transition from A to B. Does that not make sense?
I'd love to see his audition. I would love to see his audition tape.
Me
That'd
too.
be great. Show me his audition tape, and I would love to see it. You know what I mean? Just to see him like in that element. I mean, I'm certain he would do great at it, right? Because he's like.
That's cool of you, but if you're looking to hire Johnny Depp, your first email and or phone call ain't going to be send us an audition.
Well, yeah. I mean, you know what I'm saying. I mean, I kind of just want to see him and a couple other people. But I hear you. I mean, that's very accurate regarding him for sure.
He would be
I just think I might want to see some other.
I think he could be great. I think that we'll see because they got some like Colin Farrell. He's with him.
I want some proof. And just like, I don't know. I don't know. Like, yeah, he'd be great.
No, he is
he
those
could be
things.
great.
I mean, he is 100%. I mean, he's a great transitional actor, no questions about it. But yeah, I definitely think I'm open to the floor being, you know, maybe even somebody. I mean, with this type of film, obviously they're not going to do a newbie. But I feel like, I don't know, it'd be nice to see some of that a little bit. Maybe some
I agree with you, Angela.
Who do you think would do as good a job or slightly, like in the same sphere, Angela, who do you think could play both sides of Two-Face, which is essentially two characters?
I like what Angela's saying, like a new person maybe, right, Angela? Maybe a new person. That could be good.
Yeah, like I just think, fresh blood, right? Come on, we have to open up the
Ryan Kruse, right, everybody?
I knew that was coming.
Angela Kostel. See, I could burn one side of my face. And
Penguin is a woman in the cartoons, and that works.
Get Leo in there.
Two-Face
DiCaprio. Can be Two-Faced. I mean,
DiCaprio. Yeah, that'd be cool.
They can't afford DiCaprio.
Look, if you can afford Johnny Depp.
That's not true.
Jared Leto
can afford DiCaprio.
His quotes gone down.
Jared Leto would be good. I mean, he's not like fresh blood, but you know what I mean.
Jared Leto.
Jared Leto.
What if we took a woman?
How about Jamie Foxx?
What if we?
Oh, Jamie Foxx would be cool. Jamie Foxx would be awesome.
Yeah. Okay.
Jamie Foxx would be awesome.
I was going to say Adrian Brody, but I'll take Jamie Foxx all
Fox would kill it.
I just watched They Clone Tyrone a couple of days ago, and I was like, damn, if there's not
Adrian Brody.
Jamie Foxx.
Mike, Jamie Foxx is Two-Face.
He's fucking great. And he's healthy again. He was sick for so long. I don't know. He'd be.
Oh my God, you guys, Shaq would be so good.
Yeah. See,
go in Shaq.
No,
every commercial I see. I mean, I love Shaq. He's great, but seriously, I mean, the dude's everywhere. I saw him.
Danny DeVito. Let's go crazy here.
Yeah, but then he's gonna have to stop and do a commercial for the general halfway through.
I just came to Peyton Manning, you guys. Peyton Manning. Let's get some sports stars in here. Tom Brady.
We might as well go with Travis Kelce at this point.
But can you imagine Shaq as Two-Face? I don't know about that, y'all. Like, it just that whole. Oh,
I don't know.
I'm gonna shut up.
It might be a little distracting.
Okay,
might be a little bit.
Peyton Manning can do it. You know what I mean? He's graduated from as an acting teacher. And listen, Jonathan. Okay, he's gone from State Farm bottom of the barrel to he's really he's upped his acting game. Okay, at this point, the guy can do it now. I think he could pull off
Thirsty Daddy. I'm putting his name in the mix too. Thirsty Daddy for.
I don't know if you've seen Kazam, but I know what good cinema is because I've seen that movie.
I know.
Yeah, Shazam.
I bet. I know.
No, it's Kazam, not Shazam.
That's right. Kazam was that. That was yeah.
And it's not the genie movie with Sinbad either, bro.
Sinbad.
That's a different movie. Okay.
I remember that movie.
I talked to him. He's a great guy. He's cool.
It's like a Mandela effect thing. That movie doesn't exist.
Yeah.
It's a Mandela effect thing that movie doesn't even exist. The one with Sinbad, which I remember that movie too. I don't know. That's a slippery. I think that's a Mandela effect thing. That movie doesn't exist. Movie does not exist. Or Steel. Steel was with Shaq, wasn't it?
Steel.
Take what you want.
Yeah. Anyways, Harvey Dent, everybody is. Harvey Dent is coming. That's the idea. That's what the showrunner is saying. Kind of stuff they're working on the ideas to make it tie in. I think it's a great idea. I think we're all pretty excited about it. It'd be a cool drama.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pepestar needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.